So here we are out and about again, and today we are in Antequera. First time I've been to an appointment here in so long. Normally Tom, our appointment guy, comes up here and does it for us, but he's in Almeria today, so I said, do you know what, I'm going to have a drive up. It's a beautiful drive all the way up the A7 and AP46 or AP45, depending on where you want to go. Which way you want to go, quicker on the AP46, and this is it. So we have a lot of clients who are in Moina area, in Seda here. We're going to turn around so you can see this is the police station behind me. A lot of people who are in Moina, Seda, and around the Antequera area, and if you can get an appointment here, this is a great police station to come to because there's only one desk in here, so you only get one desk. There's only one desk for extranjeros, for foreigners, so the appointments can be quite hard to get, whereas if you go to Malaga, there's like 15 desks or even more, and it's absolutely hectic. But here it's nice and relaxed. The lady's really pleasant that works on the desk. She's been here for years. I recognised her from when I used to come here. And you normally get in on time. Remember, you can get your NIE number here, you can register your non-lucrative visa, and you can also get your EU residency as well. So basically, if you've got any visa and you're a foreigner and you live in this area, you can come here to register it. So Antequera, yeah, fantastic. We've got the mountains behind us, a very handy coffee bar, though I never used that one, so it's more of a restaurant type thing. I'll use the one on the corner, just a bit more ambience to it, and you can get churros and chocolate there if that's your thing, if you've got a sweet tooth. Sadly it's not my thing. I haven't got a sweet tooth, so black coffee over ice is my thing. But yeah, just been there. We've had 3 appointments today. Happy to be out on the road again here. Antequera police station. This is the national police station in Antequera that deals with the extranjeros, the foreigners. And as I said before, this is where we're going to meet you if you get a non-lucrative visa or an EU residency, or if you're an EU family member and you've got your approval, you can come here to get it registered. Right, just a little bit of an add-on to that video, a bit extra. This, plenty of parking. So Google Maps brings you right here. But you'll see there's plenty of on-road parking. If you can't find parking to get to the Comisaría de Extranjería, where you're going to go and meet us, we'll send you a link to Google Maps link to get here. If you can't get parking, then just look here. This road, that's the main police station. This is a one-way road. Once you drive past the police station, take a left, and you've got all this parking here. Just a very small walk away. And if you're living in the area and you know where Lidl's is, you can park in Lidl's and just take a 10-minute walk. Definitely don't park. Here we go, we're going to show you this. So just be careful of your road signs. So white on the floor means you can park. Evidently yellow doesn't, but sometimes they paint yellow over white, so just be careful. If you see this, that means it's a loading and unloading bay, and you can't park there. So what you're looking for is basically the white paint, the white lines on the floor, and that means free parking. There you go. So you can see plenty of parking down there. This is where I'm actually parked. That very dusty Kia Sportage. Yeah, it's a family car, make no excuses. Upsticks on the back. But you'll see there's plenty of parking on this road as well. And if not, just continue down this road here, or even further down. There we go, look at that, down there's loads. And it's only literally a 2-minute walk away from the station. Remember, if you come in, you're one of our clients, and you'll meet, all you need to do is follow the instructions on the email. Application forms, taxes, are all prepaid. We'll have someone here to meet you, to translate the appointment, solve any problems if there are any. Very rarely are. and you'll complete what you need to do. Most of the time, all you'll need to bring with you is your passport and a photo if you're registering your non-lucrative visa. We do the rest. If it's EU residency, then you may need to bring some more original qualifying documents, but we'll have copies that you've sent us. For EU family members, generally it's the same, just passport and photo. Some of the times, not all the times, you have to bring a Padron certificate as well, which then proves what address you live at. Generally in Malaga for first time NLV registrations you don't need to, but if you can get one or even get yourself registered and you're waiting for your certificate, it's good to bring that along as well. But don't worry, if you're one of our clients, we tell you everything you need to do. And as yet, the 350 visas, non-lucrative visas that we've done, we've now never failed to register one. Right, well that's it. Antequera, plenty of places to park, lovely place to come and register your residency. We're back on the road now to Malaga. I thought I'd take a little drive through Antequera on the way out. Now the Antequera does have what they call the Ronda Norte, which is like a ring road, which if you're going out to Sado and there's areas where very popular for foreigners to live, then you can grab that, and it's 10 minutes away I think. But it's a great town to have a drive through. You've got the bull ring there on the left hand side, where I believe they even have events there. I have got to remember my way through though, because it's been a few years since I've been. Lovely town, just to visit anyway. I mean, if you're researching the area, Mollina, Alameda, Sado, this would be a great place to stay, you know, to base yourself. In terms of living, you're looking at probably 4 hours from Sevilla. No, sorry, it's 2 hours from Sevilla, 4 hours from Portugal. So if we go to Portugal, you can you literally drive past Antequera if you're coming from Malaga or from Granada on the A92. Recently we've just started sponsoring a walking football team, which is really kicked off for here in the Malaga province, and I believe in other provinces as well, because they have tournaments up in Alicante. And I said in a previous video, there's a great sense of community in these inland villages and places where people live. But yeah, just looking at the petrol prices on the, it's a horrible, I don't like these petrol stations, like the pop-up stations on the corner. Absolutely gorgeous roundabout and then a horrible pop-up station on the corner. Such is life. Great sort of town feel about it. You can feel the ambience. I mean, we're on now nearly close to October. Everybody sat outside having their coffee. My car actually says 19 degrees. I would argue that it's slightly warmer than that. Apparently a lot of Antequera is owned by the church. Well, somebody once told me that. How true that is, I don't know. Perhaps we should Google that and find out. Let's say you have got the ring road, you don't have to come through town. I just decided it would be a good idea, which maybe I'll regret very soon if I spend half an hour getting through town. When you're driving in Spain, always look out for zebra crossings. I think there's more zebra crossings than cars. sometimes. They seem to jump out at you. Great pedestrianised area to walk around in Antequera. Just gives you the feel of the town. And there's classic eateries, Telepizza. It's not classic, is it really? Oh, Casino de Antequera. There we go, casino. Hotel Colon. So these guys, you've probably just seen this guy. Oh, hang on a minute, just going to come back up a bit and see. No, I can't. You'll just see in the right hand corner of the screen, somebody looks like they're having an argument, but they're not actually. They're just buying lottery. So we have these lotteries in Spain called ONCE. ONCE is a foundation which runs lottery, also runs a hotel chain, and basically they employ disabled people. So it's putting to take disabled people of all different gradients. Might be deaf, slightly hard of seeing, all the way to people who lost limbs and stuff, who wouldn't maybe get a job beforehand, be able to get a job. They put them into work. It's an absolutely fantastic foundation, and you can support them by a lottery, and you maybe even get a win. Also, what you'll notice is inland, a lot of the there's shops which you'll find in Spain. They have shops which are like, used to call them Chinese shops. So they're run by Chinese nationals, and they have basically everything that you could imagine in them, like pound shops really. And on the coast, they all seem to be run by Chinese nationals. Now inland, they're run by Moroccans, and they call them baratos instead of bazaars. Just that, I brought that point up because there's one there that was called Ceuta, and yeah, so I don't know why that is. Maybe they were here first. Lovely drive through the old town. Tourist bus there, look at that. Cobbled roads. I don't know if you can see that, but on the left hand side there's a Guinness sign. So it looks like you can even get a pint of Guinness in Antequera. Know that. I think it's like a sort of an Irishy bar type thing. There you go. Well, we're not going right because that'll take us right up into the old town. Carry on going down now. Past another church. I don't know how many churches there are in Antequera. So yeah, if you come in to register your residency, make a day of it. Come and get some food in Antequera, and come and have a walk around, visit some of the monuments, the sites. I'll put some links below for places that you can visit. Again, on the right hand side you'll see here, and there's another one of the ONCE lottery stands. Be very careful though, because they do expire after 30 days. I can't tell you how many times I've bought them and never found out if I've won because I leave them and they expire. You can check them online. You can buy them online actually. In fact, you can buy most lottery online with in Spain. I've never been much of a lottery person, only at Christmas. At Christmas here in Spain we have the big El Gordo, the big national lottery. And being a business owner, you actually slightly obliged to buy off of other businesses, because generally all businesses have a number. We don't have one, but businesses do. So you know, and you wouldn't want to lose if everybody won. It's worked by decimals, so there's one number divided into 10 and then different series. The most complicated lottery structure I've ever seen, but I always end up spending at Christmas around 200 or 300 euros on a lottery, because I'm going around. So for example, you go to the place where we get our number plates, they have 2 numbers now, so they're like, Chris, grab the numbers, that's 40 euros. Go to our local restaurant, they're like, Chris, you can't be without one of these numbers. I'm like, okay, another 20 euros. So yeah, the Christmas can be quite an expensive time for lottery, hence why I don't normally buy it during the year. But I've had a couple of good wins. I've had 100 euros once. Definitely got my money back on many occasions, so I can't say as I'm in the green with the Christmas lottery, but hey, it hasn't all been a loss. Now we're just going to the more residential areas of Antequera. And we'll drop down into the they call the Poligono, the industrial area. And then find our way out. The supermarket, one of the one of the big supermarkets here in Spain. Never been one of my favourites. I always find them to be slightly untidy. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being unfair. They do have good deals. They have a bit like Carrefour though. Sometimes you can get a Dia card, or Carrefour have a card. And they have these like 2-for-1 deals, and then you always forget your card, or then it's on a key ring and it snaps off. And don't know, but if you are if you've got time and you like your deals, definitely look at the supermarkets which offer a sort of a point system, because Carrefour do, Dia do, I know that. Don't think Mercadona do. Lidl's don't. Lidl's, they just put them big orange things up. As far as I'm aware, it says cheap. And this is where you'll be driving. So say you were driving to, for example, Villanueva de Trabuco, you move to Trabuco, or Villanueva de Rosario, which is on the A92. This would be the way that you would need to get out. So you would drive this way. Here on the right hand side you're going to see a petrol station, which is a self-service petrol station called Plen Oil. Now Plen Oil, I hadn't seen a Plen Oil ever up till, well, I hadn't seen one before COVID, and now they are everywhere. By far the cheapest petrol was 157.9. Oh no, actually in town it was at 158, so it's not that cheap. So Plen Oil's at 157.9 there. It's a self-service petrol station. They seem to be everywhere. And right down the road, well, look at that, 175 at Repsol. So there you go, that's a difference, isn't it? 157 to 175. I mean, Repsol's just down the road. I mean, how do they even get away with that? So they're hugely popular, these self-service cheap petrol stations. And now you can see in front of us, I hope you can see in front of us, the mountain that they call the Indian. Well, I call it the Indian, and many people refer to it as the Indian because it looks like an Indian. Like a, when they say the Indian, they mean like a tomahawk style Indian. There you go. Like cowboys and Indians, that mountain has that nickname. Very pronounced features. Probably digging myself into a hole here, because when I say they call it the Indian, I mean it's like cowboys and Indians, and it looks like the profile of the profile of an Indian from the cowboy days. So a lot of people here say, oh yes, you go past the mountain which looks like an Indian. And we also have on our left hand side Mercadona, the biggest distribution centre in Malaga. I think this one is. I don't know of a bigger one. Evidently we are on 3 major motorways here, so it makes sense to have it here. Absolutely massive, one of the biggest distribution centres I've seen. I'd imagine because of a lot of the products that Mercadona sell are inland, then they would distribute from there. And there you have it. Right, hopefully you can see that fantastic mountain in front of me. We're going to jump on the A45 heading down to the AP46 to the A7 and back to the office. If you've stuck around to the end, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the videos. A lot of the time, as I say, I just drive around and chat. I'm not particularly scripted, but things that come into my head about living in Spain, things that we're driving past, you may find interesting. So yeah, subscribe, like, share with your friends, and if you're going to move to live in Spain, book a call in and we can chat about your residency.